Good morning. Hi. Whenever it is that you're practicing yoga with me, hi. So good to be with you. I am doing my technical stuff, but hey, I am here ready and looking forward to the yoga class today. Allow yourself to sit up. You can use a chair or be on the floor. I am going to do my technical stuff. I'll be right back. Let's see. Hello again. Let me check the voice, check the sound. I trust that you are starting a wonderful day. Today's theme, focus of class is yoga for the soul. Why do we do yoga? We can go exercise, right? So why do we do yoga instead? And so we're going to focus on that today. So this yoga for the soul, yogis say that we have a soul that has an agenda on this planet. And so when we do yoga, it's a devotion to the soul. So as you let your body become more than just a body, so practice your yoga today with your energy body, that tingling pulsation that you notice and feel around your body. In yoga, it's called pranamaya kosha. As you practice yoga today, allow your whole beingness to respond to the posture, to the breath, to the feelings, and how you feel and perceive your body in space. That is the focus of yoga. We practice yoga to bring our mind and spirit and breath and the body all together at once. So it's an art. It takes consciousness, it takes attention, it takes willpower, it takes deliberate action. Like, why do we even want to lift our arm above our head? We think about it. We do it with caring, with a nurturing attitude. And then we feel what it feels like to do it while you're doing it. And then when you bring the arm down, you close your eyes and feel the aftermath. Second part of the yoga pose. So let yourself today become more than physical body. Welcome yourself to this brand new time. Remember that we are shooting through time and space on our beautiful little tiny planet and following the sun, rotating our own axis. And ever since time, the history of that we have in hand, the history of mankind, all the wars, all the disease, all the events, all the happenings happen on this little tiny planet. Just think about that for a minute. Create some space around you, create space in your mind, and remind yourself that the mind is not able, the mind is limited. The conscious mind is limited. So where the mind cannot go is when the faith will go. You switch gears to faith. And so people who have succeeded in their intentions and goals kept the faith. So I'm asking you today in this class to respond to these suggestions of yoga poses, the breath techniques, to practice with your energy body, with your heart, with your soul, and trust that the rest will follow. And I thank you for being here with me. I am using the oil Norali. Let me bring the bottle so I can show you how it spells. Nioli. Nioli. It's from doTERRA. I love doTERRA oils because they are extremely potent. Why do I know? They have a third company they hire to check the quality of every bottle of the oil before it's put on the market. This oil is fantastic for not only allowing ourselves to feel what we feel, also helps with relationships. Relationships, they go through a lot of phases, and when we are in a long-term relationship, this particularly helps. You may apply back of the ears, your heart, a little bit back of the neck. And I always like to apply a little tiny bit under my nose. So I constantly inhale it. And I have a necklace. I don't have it with me, but it has a stainless steel case and it has a little pad inside. And I put the oil on it and I put it on my neck. I can lift it up and inhale the aroma to bring me back to the moment. So allow yourself to relax, find a comfortable seated posture. Some people tell me I'm not able to get on the floor. It's hard for me to get on the floor and get back up. So I want to say, first of all, challenge yourself. Have a chair nearby, get on the floor, get back up so that you get used to it for mobility, claiming your power. And also, if you don't want to get on the floor for whatever reason, if it's just not available, that's a good way to say it, right? I like that. I think I spelled it. I'm typing it for on the side where I can leave a note. I left out a L. Okay. And anyway, use a chair and I can demonstrate. Goodness, sorry. I can demonstrate a few things, but all in all, you will be able to, it's just common sense. You can, instead of being on the floor, you can be on a chair and do the movements with the upper body and the legs. And most of the poses today will be restorative. And I'm going to guide you into a yummy relaxation meditation at the end. I think that is Friday. Today's Friday. And those of you that are practicing yoga with me this morning live, getting close to the weekend. Weekends are always different for most of us. A lot more family functions, a lot more cleaning the house or, doing extra stuff. And so we need to restore our body, mind, and spirit to shift into a new routine for the weekend. So it might be timely for us to restore our body. And so we will dedicate about 45 minutes of class today to just restoring. And so let me finish typing. Let's see. So good morning. Okay. And I'm going to also type my number, 405-203-8927, my cell, and you may text anytime for comments. requests or questions. So I will get on my mat in a moment and I will begin moving and meditating a little bit with you. Let yourself. Oh, good morning, Devin. I didn't even notice you typed that in there. Goodness. How unconscious am I? Just inattentive. So yeah, I think by now you got it right. So here's the oil, Neoli, and I'm diffusing it. Applied it to my heart, a little bit back of my ears, and back of the neck, and wrist, and I love the aroma. All right, so I will get on my. Oh, and how would you like the? Can you all see the date? Today is Friday, June 19, and I emphasize to everyone that any of the classes that I record are safe for us to practice anytime. I will do my best to title these classes according to the theme of what I'm going to teach and talk about. So today I titled it Yoga for the Soul, because everyone can go and exercise, go to the park, go to the gym. But why yoga? Yoga is a sacred philosophical discipline of mind, body, spirit that is so vast and so deep, and initiates. The heart of yoga is about self-inquiry, self-study, which means when you know yourself, you know divinity, because that divine energy runs through us. We're all created by the same force that created the entire universe. And because most of us, especially in the West, we have this disconnect from our soul because our minds prevail. And the ego is needing healing at this time, and our ego's misunderstood. Ego means conscious mind. Conscious mind is a talkative part of the mind that has to come up with a definition of who am I, like a self-identity. I know that yoga teachers have a big, big ego, and we have to keep it under check. People who have succeeded in business and have, a lot of degrees, you know what I mean? Like a large house and cars, then we're just like our egos inflate, and then we think like we're better than or something like that. And if and yoga invites you to remain conscious of all that. And so there's nothing wrong with us having those experiences, but as long as you keep them under check. Under check means in above the veil of consciousness. So below the veil of consciousness is what Dr. David Hawkins called as below 200. He invented muscle testing. He came up with it. God bless his soul. Anyway, Dr. David, not Stephen. Stephen Hawkins was also a great soul. David Hawkins came up with muscle testing a long, long time ago, and he's written several books. He wrote Power versus Force, and that was a book about calibrating the energy of consciousness. Wow, isn't that cool? And he called anyone below the 200 was in the lower vibrations of human consciousness. That was about when we're below 200. It's when we are just kind of staring up into a pot of guilt, shame, what's in it for me, fear, and limited thoughts and limited beliefs and things like that. But once you see the light and you awaken to your own essence, then you're above 200. Jesus Christ, he calibrated to be 750. And so pets are $4.99, unconditional love. Anyway, it's just so interesting. But yoga for the soul this morning. Allow yourself to open up to your full potential. See yourself in your highest vibrations of expression. And dedicate this practice to your own true essence. Otherwise, get off your own back today. You're perfect as you are. Right, Terry? If you're online, you probably chuckle like, I love your laughs. Anyway, so allow yourself to feel good enough that you are a creative force of potential, infinite potential for creativity. Come up with ways of enhance and better your life, your inner journey, inner experience. So I had a request yesterday to do more restorative today, and I thought, oh goodness, it is definitely a good idea. In Oklahoma City, it's a bit cloudy, and I know that weekend is coming up. So we will do a little centering and gentle movements, and we will move our body a little bit just to wake up, to say hello to our bodies. And I listen to Pamela, and this is my invention of putting Friday, June 19th, 2020. Today is my son-in-law's birthday. I think he's 30. Anyway, Mohammed, my son-in-law, I just adore him. And today's his birthday. So I want to get some feedback and see if that helps when you turn on, when you log in. You can know which class is this. Am I logged into the right class that I want to log into? So apply your oils, turn on your candles, light up your candles. I put on the sideline. Neoli is the oil that I'm diffusing and applying to the heart, back of the ears, helps relationships, yourself to yourself and your loved ones, especially if you've been in a long-term relationship. We can use all the help we can to jazz it all up and keep it interesting and fulfilling. So I will get on my mat. I trust that you are already on your mat. So allow yourself to take a few deep breaths. And I like to read us these are my little books, and don't make any mistake, they're profound little books I've collected. One is Bhagavad Gita, one is what Marsha gave me, Dalai Lama's His Holiness. I have Yogananda, Intenders. Okay, so, it is 9:05. I'm just like talking away as if it's not even 9 o'clock yet. Okay. Good morning, Terry, Marsha. Oh my God. Hello, hello. I had a feeling that you're there. So there, and I didn't even check my phone. And let's see. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let us go ahead and sit in meditation. And find our breath. Breathe with me. Breathe with me. As you breathe, gather up your attention and let go of everything that has brought you to this moment right here, right now. And as you take a moment to feel your breath, the experience of your breath, begin to tune into the rising and falling of the belly. So otherwise, inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, let the belly return back towards the spine. One more breath like that. Feeling grateful that you can breathe easily, hands to heart in prayer. Bow and give thanks for the breath, for the life you've been gifted once again today, for the opportunity to have yoga in your life, for all the gurus before us to bring us yoga, to help us navigate through our life with ease and comfort. Give thanks to all those mentors religious figures you trust in and you believe in, you follow the wisdom of. Give thanks to the divinity for all the awe and the creativity and all the blessings that we have been bestowed. The elements. Give thanks to yourself for being so strong, courageous, determined, that you're doing the best you can. Give thanks for everything you're focused on, your loved ones, even painful opportunities that you get to learn from and grow from. Sigh with a relief. Come on up into a seated posture and take a moment to feel the light in your heart. Take a deep breath of it. Exhale, see the light in your heart grow so brightly. Exhale all the breath out. Inhale in your mind's eye. Imagine that you could gather a portion of it between your hands. Exhale, begin to move your hands slow and gentle and fill your throat, your whole skull and head, brain with your own light. Put your hands above your head. Inhale, take the hands to the head, lift the light above your crown, overlap your fingers, keep your hands cupped. And whenever you're ready, begin to open your arms alongside you. Shower yourself with your own light. Create a bubble of light around you. Then slowly bring your arms in front of your heart. Keep the arms overlapped to hold and protect the light. It's a 360 degrees. If we had 20 hands, 20 arms, then we would keep them all like this. So make it a circle around us. Take a deep breath. Feel yourself inside of your own cocoon, your light, and then bring your hands on your laps. Begin to open your eyes. And now roll your shoulders up and back and down. And at this time, we are going to use our bolsters to allow the body to open and stretch. And so here's what we're going to do. Remaining on the bolster, so sit on your bolsters, stretch your legs forward, like make a V with your legs, point and flex your feet. And now keep your hands on your bolsters, lift the chest and open the heart. And then forward fold, feeling the stretch back of the legs, breathing in and out. Stay here, flex your feet. If you want to open your legs much wider, go right ahead. Allow the spine to remain tall and breathe. Keep those feet flexed. You know why we keep the feet flexed? Because that will keep the kneecaps. You squeeze your leg muscles, you flex your feet. Not only your feet wake up, but also you align your kneecaps with your heels. That way your knees remain aligned in their socket. Now come on up and put your feet flat on the floor with your knees bent and then drop, forward fold. And feel your hips open. And you can put your hands in prayer. Open and pushing gently. Just nudge the legs, push them out. Breathe deeply. Feel the back, feel the hips open. Feel shoulders down and back. And take a deep breath and release with a deep sigh. Just let go. And then again, inhale, exhale. Letting go of all the tightness. Now, one more breath. Slowly come up. You can put your hands on your knees, push up, bring your feet together, and then forward fold. You can just round the back, or you can go forward. So I hope Gwyneth is online too. So Gwyneth is another one of my soul sisters. She and I go back a long way, and we've been together through thick and thin this last 11 years. Ever since I opened the studio, she started coming, and we became very, very good, close friends. We're like sisters. And so she shared with me her precious 92 or 93-year-old father started suggesting calling her every weekend and reading poetries together. And oh, that brought such nostalgic feelings because my father, oh, he had all this poetry recited just by heart. So press the knees down, feel the hips open, relax your shoulders. You don't have to be here in an intense way. And so I just ruminated about, just nostalgically thought about my dad every day in and day out, read the poetry books he's left me. Just, it was like part of his speech, just poetry. Rumi and Hafez and Sadi and oh. So long story short, and Khalil Gibran, he loved him. Come on up, bring your feet together, give yourselves a tight hug. So what do you know? Yesterday we were having breakfast, my husband and I, and my 94-year-old father-in-law from Turkey. He's staying there with my brother-in-law. He called and he is just like, my husband picked up the phone and put him on speaker, and he says, I thought about Sarah and how much she loves poetry, and I want to recite one for her. Call me, let me know when a good time is for me to recite. Right? I mean, universe. Oh, I was all in tears, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a dad, perfect timing. So I recorded his voice, and he recited a beautiful one. And I will tell you the translations of the poetry. But so I went and I have poetry books every room in my house, except bathrooms. And then so I read poetry yesterday, and I kept replaying his voice, and what a beautiful, meaningful. So read poetry, everyone. It's a language of the soul, and so most of them are anyway. I love so many different poems. Anyway, so maybe I'll start doing some poetry in our classes. Now, bring left knee tucks in and bring the other leg in front of you. So see, I'm propped up on my bolster, and then go forward. For me, it's like 2 inches. And I'm like, oh yeah, I feel my hamstrings. So for you, try not to go so deep, right, Evan? It's like, yeah, flexibility is a 4-letter word, right? So when you go forward, keep that leg active, straight forward. As you forward, you go forward, just create a gentle stretch that it wakes you up and takes your attention to it. Breathe. In just a moment, we're gonna go on our backs and do some restorative, and do some cat cows on our back and do things like that. So stay with me and come back and bring that shin on the floor. Take the other leg forward. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I hope the voice is good this morning, the sound. So stretching this leg. If you're wondering, do I just go back and forth, or do I just go and hold? It's up to you. And one more breath, feeling so grateful. Slowly come back. Now I'm going to ask you to go get your blankets. Do you like my new blankets? All right, so make it a couple very, very chubby. So I got 2 very chubby blankets here. And I have, goodness, I totally forgot to bring my square blocks again. I have some weird blocks, the curvy ones. These are really wonderful for the back too. So I'll show you how these work. Anyway, go put a couple of blocks, as if I have to, under your bolster. And then go put your blankets either side, very close to the bolster. Turn around. And then lie down over your bolsters very carefully. Buttocks on the floor. When you go back, reach those arms above your head. We're not using those blankets yet. Usually the back will be not so happy in this for the first moment. Like first minute, the back is like, oh, it hurts, it's uncomfortable. So don't just automatically scoot your butt away. Stay where you are. reach the arms overhead, and then straighten one leg, reach, stretching like the opposite direction, and then do the switching legs. You can do both legs at the same time if you want. This way is gentler on the back. About now, straighten both legs and stay here for a little bit. If you have plenty of blankets, put a blanket under your head and use your eye pillow if you wish. Cover your eyes. And then, like about now, bend your knees, put your feet flat on the floor, feet together, let the knees drop to the side, massage your belly, and this is when you can apply your sandbag. So I have a couple of sandbags. Actually, I have a lot of them. So here's my eye pillow. I really should have brought, for next time, I'll equip this room better. More blocks, more blankets, okay? So we want to create a supremely comfortable position. So the sandbag will go on my feet, which feels amazing. The second one will go on my belly. And my eye pillow will go on my eyes. And reach the arms above your head. And then bring the arms alongside you. Let the arms just rest. You want your forearms on the floor, or if your elbows are hanging in space, go put your fingertips in towards your inner thighs or on your sandbag or on your belly, and your arms will remain like that. You don't even have to hold them. All right? So I'm going to be sitting upright so I can guide you into this, because you know the mind will travel and you'll be starting to think, which is fine. Even if you keep thinking in the even if you're at home doing these restorative poses and your mind just goes all over the place, but guess what? If you just hang in there, let the mind do its thing, it will get tired and it'll go quiet. It's the beauty of restorative poses. So now relax, drop, let yourself be. You're doing it just fine. As long as you're comfortable, it's all good. So as you relax and breathe in this posture, I like to also remind you that yoga embodies and the underlying unity of all great religions is the theme of yoga. Yoga, embodies all religions and all faiths. Yoga system never ever dictates to us to do this or to do that. They're simply practices, suggestions with explanations, and lots of knowing. Wise system. Because yogi seers knew they had the knowledge and the wisdom of the energy body. They knew how our thoughts affect the body, how thoughts affect us emotionally, and how to control the mind. They knew about mind. They knew neuroscience. Neuro is neurology, the science of the mind, the brain. And so they knew all this through meditation. So to speak, they were downloaded. There was no biopsy. There was no equipment, no technology. And yoga started 6,500 years ago, even further before that, much before, much earlier than that. But we have the artifacts dating to that many years ago. You study the history of yoga, is so vast, so detailed, that there's no way that you can remember. I am not able to fathom it all. It's so amazing and vast. Been studying it diligently for 23, 4, 5 years now, and the more I read, the less I know. So trust in this beautiful path of wisdom to keep you safe and protected. So as you enjoy this posture, allow your breath to become visible to you. Now, I like for you to notice the nostrils and know the practice of breathing through the nostrils. I like to ask you to please pay attention to the warm sensation through the right nostril and the cooling sensation as you breathe out through the left nostril. So when you inhale, notice the warmth of the breath through the right nostril, the coolness of the left when you exhale. Concentrate as you notice this for a little bit. Do not use your hands. Just relax. Be. Don't even change the breath. Don't even change the breath. Concentrate until I ask you to stop. Concentrate on the breath. Notice the warmth of the inhalation through the right nostril. And as you exhale, notice the coolness through the left nostril. When you exhale, just a few more seconds. Concentrate that way. Now, without using your hands, remaining relaxed and calm right now. Inhale, focus as inhaling through the right nostril. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Exhale through the left nostril. I think I said it wrong. Inhale through the same nostril you just exhaled from. Exhale through the opposite. Continue on your own for a minute or two. Relax. Don't even change the breath. This is an inside job. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Continue. Keep going. Stay absorbed in the experience of your breath. Now breathe normally and relax into this sensation right now. Notice how you enjoy feeling your energy body, the pulsations, the tingling that this alternate nostril breathing creates in the body, the vastness that you may experience around you, the energy body. Relax into that. Now begin to bring your knees together. Move about very slowly, straining them on the floor. Relax a bit. If you want to reach the arms overhead, anything the body wants to move, it's perfectly okay. I encourage you always to do so. Reach those arms and legs. And when you're ready, bend your knees one more time. Roll over to your right side. Resting on the right side for a moment. Right side. Breathing in, breathing out. And then press yourself up to slowly come up to a seated posture. Now, you have all your props nearby. Take a blanket, place it, if you haven't already, on the bolster. You don't have to change the bolster unless it's too high. And then go ahead and put the second bolster off to the side. The second blanket off to the side. Now sit like so. You have, your knees kind of just sitting on the side. Your spine is not exactly straight. Sit with your, your hip right exactly attached to the bolster. All right. Everybody's clear? And then take your glasses off whenever you're ready. And turn to the bolster, lengthening the spine and go forward. So your rib cage will be on the bolster. You have a blanket to welcome you, and put either ear. So if you have capability of doing a deep rotation, put the opposite ear. So your face will be facing away from this direction, opposite direction at your knees. Okay. When I go here, it hurts my neck and my back. So it's enough rotation for me here. So I just simply rest the same ear. So my face is facing the same direction as my knees. I love the sandbag on my hip. Try it. The hip Just it's really grounding. Also, my lower foot. You can put the sandbag on your lower foot, bring your second foot, behind it or above it, and rest here. Forearms, for the most part. If the upper forearm doesn't touch the floor, put the second forearm, put that second blanket under the forearm, and just rest here. And you can also put a strap over your eyes. Of course, I remember after I'm in the pose, I apologize for that. Eye pillows don't work when you have on your sideline or on this. Yeah, it just drops off your face. Let's go get the strap to show you. Just open it up and slip it over your eyes. Actually, I had mine here, but I didn't see it because I brought the white one. Okay, so you rest on the side, take your glasses off, get super comfy. You don't want to fall asleep, and then just cover your eyes like this. If your face is turning towards the floor, it's better. And just relax. Yeah. Taking comfort. And you know what? These restorative poses are deep. You may actually be sore tomorrow. I'm just saying. Make no mistake thinking, oh, I'm not doing anything. You are giving your body such a gift. And those thoughts are coming and going. Bring them back over and over again to your breathing exercise. And this time, go back to the alternate nostril breathing. Mental. Breathe in through the right nostril. Notice the warmth. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right like that. Just keep going. And I'm preparing to read you a paragraph from the Paramahamsa Yogananda, author of Autobiography of Yogi. If you've read it, you are a true yogi. Oh, it's one of those books that took me, I think, about 4 years to finish. It's too detailed. Oh, the more I read, the more there was to read. I had to put it off. It was magnificent. Learned so much. In fact, I'm thinking about reading it again. But right now I'm studying to become a Vedic counselor with Dr. David Frawley online. And so as soon as I get that certification and that training off under my belt, I think I will start reading this book again. So it's all about practice. It's practice, practice. That's what's important. It's not how much you read. So I like to read you a beautiful paragraph from him, Yogananda, Paramahamsa Yogananda. He founded the Self-Realization Fellowship in California in the 1920s. And he was a world favorite yoga teacher. Amazing soul. So he says, man's word is spirit in man. Spoken words are sounds occasioned by the vibrations of thoughts. Thoughts are vibrations sent forth by the ego or by the soul. Every word you utter should be potent with soul vibration. A man's words are lifeless if he fails to impregnate them with spiritual force. Talkativeness, exaggeration, or falsehood makes your words as ineffective as paper bullets shot from a toy gun. The speech and prayers. There's a word I have no idea what it means. I'm embarrassed. The speech and prayers of Garrulus. I need to look it up. Or inaccurate persons are unlikely to produce beneficial changes in the order of things. Man's words should represent not only truth, but also his definite understanding and realization. Speech without soul force is like husks without corn. I love that. Words saturated with sincerity, conviction, faith, and intuition are like highly explosive vibration bombs, which, when set off, shatter the rocks of difficulties and create the change desired. I love that. I do my best to think about my words like that, but you know how that goes. All right, what do you say? We turn our head and our whole body the other way. So press yourself up, slow and easy. Roll over to the other side. So shift your hips. You got to sit up, shift your hips over to the other side. Make sure the hip is attached and touching the bolster. Put your sandbags resituation. Have your strap. As you go, put your hands either side of the bolster. Lengthen and reach your spine towards the back of the bolster so that your spine is lengthy, even though you're in rotation. And then you just rest here. Breathe here. Self-care, self-care. We need it. So important. I am thinking about designing and offering a yoga retreat, an online course. You at your house, me in mine, and I'll guide you through the whole day. We'll prepare maybe at least 4 or 5 hours, We will prepare ahead of time our meals and things, and then we will have meditation, restorative, journaling, self-inquiry questions, yoga nidra, all kinds of cool things to restore the mind body. So continue letting go. Go back to your alternate nostril breathing. Relax. Be here in the present moment. He also goes on to say, avoid speaking unpleasant words, even if true. Sincere words or affirmations, repeated understandingly, feelingly, and willingly, are sure to move the omnipresent cosmic vibratory force to render aid in your difficulty. God, I love his writing. Appeal to that power with a capital P, with infinite confidence, casting out all doubt. Otherwise, the arrow of your attention will be deflected from its mark. After you have sown in the soil of cosmic consciousness, your vibratory prayer seed, do not pluck it out frequently to see whether or not it has germinated. Give the divine force a chance to work uninterruptedly. God, I love that. The God given power of man. Well, we have to speak in this language because remember, this was written in like what, 1910 or 1905 or something like that. And it was not just using the word man for humans, you know? We know what he meant. Some of them bother me because English is like, you have to have, you can't keep talking like man, women, he, she. I mean, it gets boring, right? In Farsi or in Sanskrit, it doesn't have female or male. It's all just humanely addressed words, like talk about people. Gender doesn't matter at all. Humanity is considered the same. And so, but so in English, when you say mankind, and you know, I'm not offended. Some people get offended these days. Anyway, so forgive that. Nothing is greater than cosmic consciousness or God. Nature, love, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Moses. I leave out at least 12 or 20, spiritual paths or religious paths. So forgive me. So, but you know what we're talking about. The cosmic consciousness. His power far surpasses that of the human mind. Seek his aid alone, he says. But this counsel does not mean that you should make yourself passive, inert, or credulous, or that you should minimize the power of your own mind. Very important. Talk to two people this week that they think other people are more important. Make no mistake, we're all the same. Anyway, I can keep talking, but I want you to focus on your alternate nostril breathing. I think that was enough for you to think about how your connection to divinity is the most important thing you can do every moment of the day. Stay plugged in, hold his hand, stay, whatever visions that you have of that force, keep it alive throughout the day. Befriend your soul and connect to that force all day. Dwell in God, dwell in the divinity, and befriend your soul. Yogi Bhajan, those are his words, the Kundalini Yoga founder. Dwell in God and befriend your soul. Dwell in God and befriend your soul. Breathe deeply now. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, exhale through the right. One more time. And then when you're ready, slowly press yourself up into a seated posture. And when you come up, put your big toes together, knees wide open, bring the bolster towards you. I like the block under it, and rest in your child pose. One of your ears on the temple of your head on the bolster. Now you can put your sandbag on your lower back. Oh, I tell you, it is amazing therapy. And it's just so grounding. Make sure your elbows are towards your knees, so give your shoulders a break. Keep the heart resting on the bolster. Close your eyes and put your strap or even a blanket over your eyes. And here's my strap. Begin to demonstrate. Imagine us all together in one room, supporting ourselves, our energies uplifting one another, and that they are. No matter when you do these videos, this video has the energy of you and all of us together being held in the highest vibrations of divine love and light, bringing so much healing. Every time you watch this video, trust it, the energy is here. Yogananda is here. Whoever you connect to, your mentors, teachers, family members you feel close to, connect to. Your higher power, your higher self is within you. The energy of it is in this video. The spirituality to technology. As you relax here, breathe here, continue to breathe normally. Allow your whole beingness to be relaxed and calm. If your knees are tender, you can definitely slip a couple of blankets or at least one back of your knees. I'm going to put one under one knee, my second blanket under my other knee, and then push back. And this will for sure help your knees feel better and supported blood flow and the joints and the knees so much more comfortable. And feel free to stick your butt all the way up if you want to. And knees are, like this. You can also do it like that. Resting. It's perfectly perfect. Feels just the same. Comfortable. Comfort is the key to these restorative poses. And also padding under your knees. Feel free to place paddings under your knees for comfort. Just suggestions. Now take a deep breath into the heart and then release it. Deep breath into the heart and then releasing it. Deep breath into the heart and release it. And then let it all go now. Completely relax. So Yogananda goes to say, when he said nothing is greater than cosmic consciousness or God, his power far surpasses that of the human mind. Seek his aid alone. But this counsel doesn't mean that you should make yourself passive, inert, or this word, I don't know, I need to look it up, credulous, or that you should minimize the power of your own mind. The Lord, the cosmic consciousness, helps those, I like to call that force divinity. The divine creator helps those who help themselves. Remember that, just like you're doing now. He gave you willpower, concentration, faith, reason, and common sense to use when trying to rid yourself of bodily and mental afflictions. You should employ all those powers while simultaneously appealing to him. How perfectly said, right? Yes. Now, press into your palms, come on up and switch sides. Just turn your head to the other side. Give the neck a chance to feel even. Take a few deep breaths and releasing. Resolve to remain awake. Don't fall asleep. But if you get drowsy, that's okay. Breathe into the heart and releasing. Notice how much easier it is to breathe into your belly and exhale. This is wonderful. Whenever you're in a forward fold, it's always easier to breathe in and out. So as you utter prayers or affirmations, always believe that you are using your own but God given powers to heal yourself or others. Ask His aid, but realize that you yourself, as His beloved child, are employing His gifts of will, emotion, and reason to solve all difficult problems of life. A balance should be struck between the medieval idea of holy depending on God and the modern way of sole reliance on the ego. Beautiful. He is so clear in his speech. Love that. So much admiration. This makes me goosebump. Truth always makes you pulsate. So allow yourself to relax here for a few more deep breaths. And then come on up. We're going to go to Shavasana now. As you go to the Shavasana is lying on your back. I will demonstrate. I wonder if you're here this morning, Treasure. Just thought of you. And so Treasure lives in Prague, Oklahoma. I have a deep connection to Prague, Oklahoma. It's a long story. Aren't you glad I'm not going to tell you the story? All right, so put the bolster under your legs. Eye pillow ready. Sandbags ready. Second blanket covering your whole body, except your head, okay? Because your temperatures will drop. So far, we haven't covered our bodies because we've been actively breathing and all, but this one, we're just going to let go in it. We're not going to think about nothing. We're not going to make the thoughts go away. We are not going to breathe in a certain way. We are not going to move. We're not going to go to sleep. We're just going to lie there, whatever is the correct way to say it. And then just let go into gravity. Let gravity hold you and then feel your whole body just respond to letting go. So cover your eyes, put as many sandbags as you got on your body, on your shins, your thighs, your below the navel center, your ribs, your forearms, your palms. If you have small ones for your palms, those would be that like stretch your palms. When you go relaxing, you need sandbags on your palms because that tells me nervous system is agitated, FYI. So you need to, if you just rest with your palms really relaxed, fingers curled towards your palms. And then we have different days. That is a sign that your nervous system is, it's, pretty good. It's balanced. And so it's healthy. And we want to keep helping the body to reset and be healthier all the time. It's an inside job. It's a practice of daily for as long as we're alive. So as you are resting in this Shavasana, let go of all doing. We're thinking about your to-do list today. I know some of you have a lot of plans for this weekend. Most of us are missing our fathers. I do. I always miss him. And then celebrating your fathers. Happy Father's Day, Bevan, Jerry, and all of you that are doing special things to celebrate your fathers in life, husbands and your brothers that are fathers, and on and on. And so Fathers are doing so much for our families. So proud. And so when you relax in your Shavasana, let me rephrase, when you drop into your body, when you drop behind the mind, um, begin to feel the energy body that's around you. Slide your shoulder blades underneath you a little bit more. Keep the chest open and expansive. And then let go of all the expressions on your face. If your face is like really dramatic, if you're like really tense and like you're acting like you're thinking, your eyeballs are looking up or down, or one eyeball is active, the other eyeball is relaxed, or if there's a tightness or tension in the jaw and your lips, eyes, whatever, then what I want to suggest is rub your palms together, create some heat, and go put your hands over the face, fingertips on the eyelids, and then massage your whole face for about 5 minutes. Massage the temples, the forehead, your cheeks and nose and ears and mouth and jawline and hinges of the jaw, your earlobes, even your neck and shoulders. So engage in some self face massage, and then cup your face again, cover your eyes. And then whenever you're ready, bring your arms alongside your body. And then your whole body will respond to this cupping the face, massaging the face, okay? Just be here. Go back to the omnipresence of gravity holding you, as if there was an imaginary cloud slipping under your body, soft and comfortable, peaceful, really comfortable and peaceful. Let your whole body be held by the cloud, as if you want to be one with this cloud. Allow it to hold your weight. Soft, comfortable, safe and protected. Allow every nerve and every cell of your body, every neuron in the brain, to respond to this comfort and peacefulness right now. Let go into it. Just let go into it. I will keep the time 5 more minutes. Allow your whole body to take a nice bath in this amazing, graceful energy that you feel all around you. If there is a part of your body that needs healing, let this energy be sent to that area now. Breathe into that area. Send your own healing capabilities to that area. Relax this area. Give it space to move, to disperse, and to heal so that it can heal. Now begin to generate some movement in your feet, in your hands. And then bring your knees into your chest. Rock yourself, or just hold still and hug yourself. And then roll over to your right side for a moment. Again, feel the safety of this posture. And at your own readiness, your own rhythm, if you like to stay here for a while, it's perfectly okay. But if you're ready, come on up into a seated pose with your eyes closed. When you sit upright, doesn't matter your posture. Slip your right hand over the heart, which is the center of the chest, left hand above it. Hold your hearts, same way you would hold your children when they were little, to keep them safe and protected, to comfort them. Or your pets, or your grandkids. Hold your heart the same way you would hold them. Breathe into the heart and releasing. Allow yourself to love yourself. Allow yourself to feel grateful for the peace that you feel right now, for the yoga that you have in your life. Breathing in fully and let it all go. Maybe sigh with relief. And now slip your palms together by your heart. Gently bow to yourself. Give thanks once again for everything that you're happy about, that you feel blessed because you have in your life. And I thank you so much for joining me this morning. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back. And I want to, before I bring this session to a closure, I wanted to express not only my gratitude for your presence in my life, however, and also for thank you for your proactiveness and your tenacity, your disciplining of yourself to be here now. I want these sessions to be like mini retreats for your body, for your soul, for your mind. And therefore, I want to ask you to discipline yourselves even more in such a way that you can practice every morning, Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock a.m., or according to your schedule, every day at 5 when you get home, 5 o'clock. Or set aside daily that you can practice your yoga with me or by yourself. When you practice yoga with yourself is different. When you practice with a teacher, it's different. So you will tell. But my understanding is that when you have a teacher, when you have a yoga teacher that guides you, when someone creates space for you, whether this way or in person, I think this is even more profound through technology because there's more time and more healing, more energy, more freedom in our practice. And so allow these practices to be alive to help you navigate through life. As of next Friday, I will be offering myself with three other my healer BFFs I've known for decades. We are going to hold healing sessions for those of you that need healing. If you have a loved one, if yourself need healing, we will need you to send a picture and a first name so that we can hold them in the healing space. 10:30 a.m. for every Friday, starting next Friday. Today's Friday, next Friday. And so the email will go out. I will remind you in the newsletter. I keep promising I'm going to write. And so the healing gifts are profound. They are truly transformative. And so if you need to, if you like to be sent healing to, send your photo via technology email or just reply to me. You have my email address through the website. And so send a picture and a first name. You don't have to explain anything. Just let us know this is a person that we like healing for, your loved ones, anyone you know. And then the last 10 minutes of the session, you will be able to join the call, join the Zoom, join whatever, and just be directly in the field. Okay, but otherwise you will be receiving that anyway. You don't have to join. Anyhow, I will let you know the details. I like to know what times are best for us to meet via Zoom. We need community more than ever. Our souls need it, our minds, our bodies. We need that deep connection with each other. I know we feel it here, but to see faces and to really engage one-on-one, it's profound. And so I think I got the Zoom down pretty well. I think that if we have the right time, we can have more participants. So far, we've had Devin and Pamela, and I consistently so far twice be on there and share, and we couldn't stop talking and sharing. Anyway, it's wonderful. It's so heartfelt. You just feel so good and uplifted after the get together. And Gwyneth joined, and Rebecca and Anne and Janice, and I hope I'm not leaving anybody out. That we got together once before, and then so twice now. But shoot me a time and a time of a day that we can have the flexibility to have more of us online. So with that in mind, I want to thank you again. I'll bring this to a closure. Enjoy your day. Have fun. Feel free to send a link to your friends, family, post anywhere you like. And if you know someone that needs these classes in their life and they are struggling or they need financial help, I'm always flexible and open to helping in those ways always. I don't ever want money to be a obstacle in sending healing and help to and serve those that need it and want to and they like me or want to be with me. So definitely it's an opportunity for me to give and serve. And so with that, do what you can for anti-racism. We need to bring that to an end. We have to destroy racism in our souls. Look inside a little bit today. If you are judgmental against or about yourself, chances are you are judgmental towards others, whether it may be their mindset or whatever. So stay politically active, run for office if you can. Anyway, so I want to encourage you to stay proactive, vote for sure. Make sure you send your votes in before June 30th, and then again in November, of course. No matter who you vote for, vote. It's a privilege, and the freedom is not a given, it's earned. So raise your consciousness and your surrounding. I love you. Until next time, thank you again. Drink your water, lay off sugar. Bye bye.